Canopy Growth may have bought themselves some time with their huge dilution, but if they can't improve their sales and market share, they'll be in the same position again pretty soon. So how good is their product, and has that improved? In the early days of legalization, Canopy mainly sold under the Houseplant, LBS, and Tweed brands, none of which were good and quickly became very unpopular. They later acquired Doja Craft and Supreme Cannabis with their 7 Acres brand, and along with them came a fair bit of growing skill, which they used to improve their Tweed brand, and they just ended up scrapping their Houseplant and LBS brands. These days, if you go into a Canna Cabana or Value Buds in Alberta, which is a fairly cheap place to buy these products, you'll find 1/8 ounces of Tweed for about $20 to $22, which is a very good price considering that the old black market was about $30 an eighth for a very long time. In the same stores, you'll find their Doja and 7 Acres brands for about $25 an eighth, so they have a wide variety of products that are all cheaper than the old black market. And unlike the old black market, with Canopy products, you get consistent quality. And when I say quality, I'd rate most of their products as 8.5 or 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5 in some cases. There may be one or two other brands that sell pretty high quality product at that price range, but I would say that Canopy is well ahead of most of their competition. At the high end, they have their Craft Collective brand, which sells at about $35 to $40 an eighth, which is a very hard price range to sell in. But in my opinion, and I really only tried them once recently, it was good enough to sell at that price in limited amounts because that is a small market. But high quality and reasonably priced seems to be a pretty large market, and I'd say Canopy is doing fairly well there. They also have this BioSteel drink, which as someone who mostly consumes water, I don't really have an opinion on, but it does seem to be high growth. Negative margin, but high growth. So it appears as though management found where their strengths lie and have implemented changes which the consumer is responding positively to. They're currently in a huge hole, and they're in the early phase of this turnaround, so it may be a while before their earnings report shows significant changes. But, and this isn't financial advice of course, if they can survive a little bit longer, I believe they're also likely to thrive.